Mr. Speaker, over 4 weeks have passed since our nation suffered an unspeakable tragedy in Parkland, Florida, where we lost 17 souls that we cannot get back. First, Mr. Speaker, I ask unanimous consent to have each of their names entered into the congressional record to memorialize these young, brave souls who will move this country to act to protect other young students across this nation.
Without objection.
Mr. Speaker, I've met with the brave students at Parkland. I've also met with a parent of one of those lost souls. I've met with students and parents and teachers alike in my own district in Pennsylvania. I've seen the fear and the anxiety in their demeanor. I've seen the tears in their eyes. They are asking for this Congress to do what past Congresses have failed to do. Mr. Speaker, there were countless missed signals and missed opportunities that could have prevented this tragedy from happening. However, this is not the time for finger pointing. This is a time for healing, and more importantly, this is a time for action. We were elected to Congress not to hide from tough decisions, not to be afraid to tackle problems. Mr. Speaker, we were elected to lead, and lead we must. As a 14-year FBI agent, I carried a weapon on my ankle every day in order to save lives and keep people safe. And as a federal gun crimes prosecutor, I prosecuted and imprisoned those who committed violent gun crimes in order to protect people, as my role as a prosecutor, and keep our community safe. Keeping our community safe and protecting the Second Amendment are not mutually exclusive concepts. We can advance both and preserve both simultaneously. All we need to do, Mr. Speaker, is be willing to do what every American wants us to do, which is put away ideology and come together in a bipartisan fashion. Of all the responsibilities we have, we have no higher responsibility as elected officials and as citizens than to protect our kids. After the terror attacks of September 11th, we said never again. Never again will we allow terrorists to seize control of a cockpit and turn a commercial airliner into a guided missile. What do? We created the Department of Homeland Security. We deployed a federal air marshal program, the likes of which this country has never seen. We fortified our cockpits. We deployed state-of-the-art screening equipment across our nation's 450-plus airports across the country. We said never again. I'm calling on my colleagues to have the same response to school shootings. Never again. Mr. Speaker, the Bipartisan Problem Solvers Caucus, of which I'm a proud member, has developed a well-thought-out list of 10 legislative proposals that help us achieve this goal, to protect our kids, to say never again to this needless violence. I urge my colleagues, Democrat and Republican alike, in this House to show leadership in tackling these tough issues. Call for a floor vote and support these bipartisan proposals. Let's do it for our kids. They need us now more than ever.